Good morning, you introverted jewelry fanatics. Benny Boom back in the spot. Welcome back to Boom Jewelry Designs, Jewelry Adventures, your favorite YouTube channel. You know it is, guys. All right, friends. So today we're going to make a ring with this certain style that I've kind of developed. It's we use fusing. Now, if you're a fan of my channel, you know I do all kinds of jewelry, but one of the things I'm really in love with is utilizing some scraps, utilizing pieces of old melt, and fusing. I love fusing. I've picked up a lot of fusing techniques and just the inspiration from fusing from my guy, Robert Lopez. You can find him on YouTube. Just search Robert Lopez. He makes tools and he has a lot of really cool videos that include fusing and rivets. He does really great rivets and he sells a rivet tool for rivet making and whatnot. And guys, so I just wanted to give Robert a shout out. But so what we're going to do right here, friends, is we're just going to make a quick ring. We're going to work really fast because I know you guys have to make your own jewelry and make your dreams come true as well. So we're going to go here, guys. We're going to make a small ring. I make a lot of size 7s and a lot of size 8s and 9s, but I don't make a lot of size 6s or 5s. So I know that 54 millimeters is a size 7, not including the thickness of the metal. So let's go with the size, what I think will be about a size 5 or size 6. So we're going to go 54 millimeters. And we're just going to do a little mark here. And this is going to be a small ring because, like I said, I make a lot of rings that are the typical sizes. Size 7, size 8, size 9s. A lot of people have those sizes, but we have a lot of ladies and young people out there that have smaller fingers, and we don't want to exclude anyone, friends. I just kind of go little simple right here. I use these just to kind of make it happen rapping, you know what I'm saying? As I like to say, I don't play, I slay. I hope you guys are doing good out there in jewelry land. Okay, so what I do, guys, let's just go right here. Let's just get right into this, man. I like to make a little bend, an arc. This is square wire that I rolled out of a piece of ingot of using one of these bad boys. And some of it, I roll it and I make all kinds of different kinds of wire, but I like to make square wire. I like half round, but square wire is what this is. So what I do, guys, is I make them both identical and I just kind of give them an arc. Just give them an arc. This is going to be for the arc of the ring. So the ring, typically a ring would sometimes go like that, but a technique that I've recently been kind of utilizing is to do a little bend on the end. Let's just kind of flatten these edges together. This right here, friend, is called a bastard file, and I bought this at Home Depot. About 20 bucks, buddy. Okay, so right here, and I'm going to use my flat nose pliers. And what I've been doing, guys, is I'll just go the width of the, so it's the same, the width of the flat nose, and then I'll just give it a little boop. See that? A little flatness right there, and then I'll flip it around. And then give it a boop. And it's going to get a little wonky. That's all right. You just kind of roll with the punches here. I'm going to look at this, and this just takes a little bit of work. So this square wire gets a little silly and it wants to bend around. Okay, so we're about like this, and the reason why I do the we're going to go ahead and bend this a little bit more, but the reason why I do that little blip at the ends is so that we have a nice skinny connector, so it's not fat right there. Because, you know, whenever you might need to give your homie some knuckles, and you don't want to have to be like, oh, give him knuckles like that because you can't close your finger because it's too wide at the bottom of the shank. So we're just going to work with this just a little bit. So we're looking at that. Okay, I'm feeling pretty good about that. See that right there? Let's take that to the soldering block, and we're gonna use this, and I'm gonna show you how to dress this and all the cool things we can do to make this. Now let's just look real quick and see how many millimeters we are. We are at 50, we're still at 54 millimeters. I've learned that if you bend it, it doesn't really change the width of it. You'd think it would change the length of it significantly, but it really doesn't. So let's go to the soldering block, take this over there, and then we'll build from there. All right, friends, we're gonna go ahead and just put a little flux spray on here. We're gonna play. Go like this. This is the fun part, guys. And sometimes you just like a big piece, a small piece, these little kind of goofy pieces like this are just really fun. Dang, my coffee is strong this morning. And then sometimes, guys, if your pieces are just a little bigger than you want, and you don't have to worry about, this is the fun part about this technique, is that there is no right or wrong. You can't really screw up. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Okay, now I'm talking about how easy and fun this is. Now it's annoying. Okay. I did my maker's mark thing on the back, the boom. I boomed the back. This is going to be the what's going to touch against the skin on this side. So we're going to throw that right there. Get this. So you want to think about this back, this back section of it to really be just bridging the two rails. See how that's not bridging? Okay, that's annoying. Okay, that one's, I don't like your energy. God dang it. This is not going to be conducive. Bridging. Okay, we got that. So let's try to bridge. Let's get a little tiny piece. Ooh, this one, I might use this one. Okay, maybe. Maybe it's too big. Let's go this one. Be artists, guys. Be artists. Don't be afraid. Just like that, guys. And I think we can probably go one more. Let's just. Dang it. Now, when you start to fuse, guys, this is going to relax on itself. Give it one of these. Let's take it to town, guys. Let's go get some supplies. Just like my dad used to say when we used to work on the farm. Let's go to jump in the back of the truck, boys. Go in town and get supplies. Here we go. We're going to go high heat, high-ish. It's a melding process, guys. It's a fine, delicate balance between melting you'll see the silver kind of lay down on itself. Okay, let's take a look at that. That's simple, friends. We're gonna look at that and look at that, guys. So at this point, what I like to do is take some of these small pieces of like little chunk that from an unfortunate melt that I had down the road in the past. And then I'll add a little bit. And on this side, guys, I like to go inside the rails. And you can do what feels good. Be careful. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take one of these little chunks, put it right there. These little, just fun little chunkies. I love the negative space. Huge fan of negative space. Sometimes there's no need for a rhyme or a reason. You just kind of do what you want. And that's the beauty of this technique, is that it's just you and your imagination and fate. Let's go. You guys with me? Just a little bit of flux. Solder pick in case you need to do any kind of pressing. Okay, okay. When you see it getting shiny, you know you're feeling good. We're just gonna give it that, give it that. Take a look, take a look. Let's quench. Let's examine. Look how cool that looks. Let's clean it up and take a quicker, closer look. All right, friends, we are here. We're gonna go ahead and bend this. I'm not gonna clean it in the acid yet because my acid is still cold. But we're very, very, very close. If you guys can see that. It's a good idea to do this step before you get too cleaned up with it, so you don't hurt your feelings by causing yourself extra work. Boom. So that's how it's going to be. It's not perfectly round yet, but once I get it to where I want it, it will be. But we're going to go ahead and solder that, and I'll bring you guys back. All right, my good-natured friends. If you guys are familiar with my techniques, I did put this in the acid. The acid was not very hot, and but we got a little bit of the gunk off. I cleaned the solder seam with a file just to get it nice and flat so that it wants to join. And what I'm going to do, friends, is use a tried and true technique that I've discovered, that I've been showing lately on my videos. Now, I don't know if the die-hard true jewelry designers out there would subscribe to my rogue ways or not. Now this is pretty thick shank on the back end here, and I want to make sure we have enough. So what I do, guys, is I get these tweezers, or these pinchers, tongs, if you will, and I heat up the seam. Until the solder starts to respond, and I try to heat up both sides of the seam at the same time. And then right at the opportune time, I'll give it a little pinch just to get a good seal on that action. You feel me? Are you picking up what I'm putting down here, guys? Nice seal, nice seal. I'm looking at it and I think I got it, but since I'm here in the trenches, I'm gonna add one more because I'm not sure if that went right where I wanted it to go. Oh yeah. Okay, let's go. Right here, guys. The solder will follow the heat, and it went kind of right more than I wanted it to. But I'm gonna kind of just get this other side kind of heated up nice. I want it to all be one. We'll look at that. We'll look at that. I think we got it. I hold the silver in the water just a little longer than I used to because one time I burned myself. It was still hot. Now that looks pretty rugged, but wait until we clean it up, guys, and we'll see. If I have to, I might not have. Who knows? We'll take a look at it. I'm going to round it, and then we're going to kind of look at it and do some cleanup. There's a lot of cleanup needs to be done on this, but everything that I want is there. So a little bit of cleanup, friends, just to get it dialed in just where we want it. Working on these edges because those edges that draped over the rails, they get a little squirrely. You just want to sure up these edges and get everything kind of looking good. So working on that, working on this back end. This actually turned out to be about a size 4.5, so very small for just a small finger. Alrighty, Juanitosville, here we are, guys. This is where we're at. Yeah, pretty cool. I love the negative space. I love the look of the rails, I guess, around the ring. It kind of gives it a handmade look, but also some kind of like a look of like it's whimsical, but also like structured. So I want to show you this other one I did. This is the first one I did that I'm like, dang, I gotta show Juanitosville this. So this is a size 8. Pretty cool. This is a size 4.5. This is the fun you can have with just some pieces of rectangle wire or square wire, and you could use round wire as well. And they're really not hard, and they're really fun. It'd be perfect, especially if you high polish this and then put liver of sulfur to really accentuate the depth and the negative space. Yeah, friends. So I know it kind of seemed like a haphazard kind of method, and it kind of is, but as an artist, it's kind of fun to just kind of be free with it a little bit. And I'll probably start incorporating maybe pieces of copper in here, maybe some half spheres, put some spheres in here, maybe sprinkle some dust on it and then fuse it with the dust and get some extra textures. Guys, the sky is the limit. So have fun out there creating and making really unique pieces for your friends and family and clients. And don't be afraid to melt stuff together and just see what it does and see how you guys feel about it. And if it speaks to your voice, do it, because that's what we do as artists, guys. Stay brave out there. Thank you so much. If this had value, please hit subscribe and subscribe to the channel. We're always doing really cool adventures. Some of them are really cool and some of them are kind of cool. So thank you for all the positive feedback that I'm getting out there and from Juanitosville, and just you know, just making our dreams come true out here, just making cool jewelry and pressing and pushing our skills to higher levels, new levels. Maybe not higher, but new, definitely new, guys. So yeah, hit like on the way out, and you'll see these in their full glory in the jewelry video debut. So yeah, thanks for joining, friends. You know what it is. I'm Benny. I'm out. Peace.